when she turned her head, the rice like jiggled, dude. It was so funny. All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and arigato. My name is Brent, aka Boo-Wop. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
I think the term you're thinking of is ahigaho.
No, what does that mean, dude? I mean, I only know the Japanese word for thank you, so that's what I got there. So.
Exactly, it's a thank you. It's a different form of thank you, so you have to say that when you go to Japan.
They're gonna look at me so crazy if I do that shit over there, man. They'll be like, excuse me, sir?
Sumimasen?
Exactly, dude. They're gonna look at me all kinds of crazy. I say that shit over there, man. But yeah, man, Rick introduced me to a new anime. What's it called? The Demon Blade Hunter or something like that?
Something Demon Blade of destroying stuffs.
Yeah. And you can tell it's about a kid that trains and becomes a demon hunter. He gets a special sword and all that stuff. And you can tell right from the beginning. You meet his whole family and you're like, okay, don't get too attached. His whole family's gonna fucking die, dude, in the first 10 minutes of this show. Of course, they do. But the biggest part I'm upset at Rick for introducing me to this anime is that it's not even done yet, dude. This anime like just started maybe a month or two ago, man.
Yeah.
So when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. You know, I'm pretty picky about the anime that I watch. So I started to get into it. I saw there was only 9 episodes. And I started watching this yesterday. And the newest episode came out yesterday. So I got to wait a whole week to find out what happens next, man. It's the worst.
Yeah.
And the cliffhangers on this show are the worst too, dude. I think one of the episodes ended where the main character saw a demon and they were about to fight. He unsheathes his sword and then the episode ends. So just to show you what type of bullshit this show is on. It's fucking horrible, dude.
They're pretty good at copying cliffhangers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I don't know. The cliffhanger was in this one. He had a hard time landing an attack on one of the demons and he finally landed an attack. And then the episode ended. You're like, okay, come on, show. Are you fucking kidding me, man? So thank you, Rick, for showing me a new anime. But at the same time, dude, I hate you, man, for having
no problem
for this shit, dude.
Because I was watching like the first 2 episodes. I was like, you know what? Brent would like this episode, this whole anime. And then when I like sent you the text, I got to like the 7th or 8th episode, and I was like, crap, I think he's gonna not like it now because there's so much waiting we have to do. Like, fuck.
But I mean, yeah, other than the wait, it's a good anime, dude. I enjoy it. It's a good time. Like you said, since I've been playing my ass off in Sekiro and all the games like that, yeah, it's pretty cool to like kind of connect them together, just still be in that vibe. However, this does just follow my top 10 things I hate about anime as well, because the opening credits, dude, just totally spoil the entire fucking show, dude.
Oh man, you gotta skip that. I skip that. That's my Bible. That's my when I watch anime, I never watch the opening until I'm like all the way almost done with the whole thing,
dude. Because the song is good. I like the song, you know. And do they do this in all anime now, where they don't show the opening credit, like the first episode? They don't show the opening credits until the episode's done. They're like,
I've seen those where like they'll connect it to the ending or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like Goblin Slayer did that too, where they just show you the episode and then the episode's done. You're like, holy shit, what did I just watch? And then they show the opening credits and then the title of the show or whatever it is. I feel like they did that in this one too. But the song is like catchy, so that's why I watch it. And yeah, we're 9 episodes in. The 9th episode is the latest one, and half of the opening credits hasn't been revealed yet. I think there's like 6 characters in the opening credits that haven't been introduced in the show yet, dude.
Yeah, see, that's why
I'm pissed because I'm anticipating it the whole time. I'm thinking, oh, they're gonna get rid of these guys real quick. They're just gonna introduce everybody real quick, but no, there's still a bunch of people in the opening credits we have no idea about, man. It's fucking horrible. Fucking anime, dude. Well, yeah, it's good times. But yeah, what else have you been up to? Any other animes or anything you've been checking out, man?
It's not really anime, but for me, I don't like to play mobile games too often. Because when I play a game, I have to be invested in the game and all that. So that's why I like only play Pokemon, because I can easily jump in and out of it, and it's fun, because I already have everything. But there was like an ad I saw when I was like browsing Facebook. It was like, oh yeah, for a limited time, get a Dead or Alive character into the game. And I said, wait a second. So it showed a picture of Kasumi and I think two other Dead or Alive characters. And I was like, you know what? Am I going to really download a game just so I can get these two characters? Okay, you convinced me. So I ended up downloading the game, and so far I'm kind of invested in the game, like I'm doing the daily tasks it's wanting me to do. And it's this stupid loot system, the gacha is what they call it. I think in Asia countries it's called gacha. So basically, you save up points or whatnot inside a game, and this goes through all the games, and then you spend those points, and it's like a loot box kind of thing. So the more you earn, the more you can open more loot boxes, the more you have a chance to get these rare characters. And that's why I was mad at Final Fantasy X Bravius. I forgot what the name is, but they did that system too, and I never got any of the characters I ever wanted, Well, except for Lightning. I got Lightning, but the other characters like Cloud, I couldn't get, and I spent like almost all of my time just spending all of my points, racking up everything, and then still I was getting like duplicates of like doo-doo characters. And I was like, you know what? This is my end game. So now I was able to get Kasumi for Dead Alive, and the game is called Destiny Child or whatever. And you're like a demon lord, or not necessarily. I guess you're a human, but you have the assistance of demons to help you become the demon lord later in the future. In order to be, you have to gain these childs or whatnot, but basically characters, and they join your army in becoming like, I don't know, stronger later in the end. So right now I'm building up my team of anime girls, and and so far Kasumi is leading the forefront, and and yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 2 days. But other than that, I've been playing video games.
Okay.
Yep.
So what is this, like a clicker game, like where you have to just keep tapping your screen to do attacks and stuff, or?
Pretty much. And the good thing is there's like an autopilot mode, so I can just watch it, attack for me. I know that like pulls the fun out of things.
Sure.
I get lazy with kind of the grind, and I just want the end goal of getting more of the same character, different costumes of it. So that's why I let it do what it is, and so I can get the costumes.
Okay. So you feel like these loot boxes for characters are more rewarding than the Final Fantasy one was?
Well, the thing is, Final Fantasy was more frustrating because I spent and grinded for. You physically have to actually, grind for all the characters. You have to level them up. You have to give them strong equipment in order to gain more stuff. You have to go through the story, and then you gain all the points and whatnot. And then you only have enough, currency to buy a certain amount of loot boxes. And I remember I spent like a whole month grinding. And I had so many loot boxes available, and I was just opening a bunch of these loot boxes, and I got like, I don't know, 50 plus characters, and like only 2 good characters, and the rest were like all trash. And I was like, man, and I did not get a single one from the Final Fantasy VII line. I didn't get Tifa, Cloud, any of the characters. I was like, really? Like, why didn't they put it in a separate loot box where you can get at least one of them, kind of thing? But no, they combined it with all the existing characters, and then that's why I wasn't able to get Cloud. I really wanted Cloud, but and it's frustrating too, because when you like go into battle too, you have teams, but then you also get rando, like a image, like a shadow of a rando person's character. and the majority of them were Cloud. So I'm like, that's bullcrap. It's like rubbing it in their face.
You have a chance. You have a chance to get him. Psych.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think another final straw too was like also far in the game. I was like, you know what? Maybe there's a bright side to things. And then I learned that America was getting Dragon Quest, but Japan was getting Xenogears. And I was like, okay, it's my time to stop playing this game completely. It was a bunch of booty.
So far in this Destiny's Child game, you've been able to get all the characters you wanted. It hasn't been too crazy.
Well, Kasumi was the only one. I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
It wasn't really crazy too. Like I just started the game and then, I kind of had to grind a little bit, but still, I was able to get it within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember there was another game, mobile game too, and I don't know if you remember, but it was like a bunny girl that she was. I forgot what the game was called, Honkai 3D or whatever. And I showed you a video of like her doing attacks. She has like a katana and whatnot, but basically, when I was reading how to unlock that person, it was like completely a really huge grind just to even a chance to get her. And it's like another loot box system. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to invest any of my time in that
Game. Yeah
exactly.
Huh, interesting. But see, that's just how they might get you, dude. They just give you what you want in the beginning and just put that carrot in front of your face, man, every time, dude.
Exactly.
Speaking of anime girls, I got invited to play the Code Vein demo.
I wanted to play that.
Now, how long has it been since we first heard about this game? It must have been 2016, 2015, maybe?
Yeah, that was like all the way back into, I think, PSX or something.
Yeah, it was a long time ago where we first heard about this game, and it's been delayed a few times. It must be years, and it's been delayed by at least 1 or 2 years. I think they just weren't happy where the game's final product was at and wanted to like fine tune and polish it. So I don't know how I forgot even signing up for this, but I got invited, got my beta code, jumped in, spent a good amount of time in the character creator. That's awesome. You can just make your own anime character, dude. And I wanted to make a waifu, so totally made a waifu, man, with some
with an interesting face.
Yeah, with a rice cake hanging out her mouth, dude. So she needs a snack whenever she gets hungry. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, had a good time in the character creator. Spent way more time than I needed to on that shit. And then actually got to play in the game. The game is not that good still. I don't know what they were doing in this year-long delay, but it seems to me like they need to make more time and fine-tune it, dude. Which might be unfair. Yeah, that might be actually an unfair statement. Because what's the only thing you can really compare this game to is Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, and From Software, the guys that make those games have just been churning those games out for the past 10, 12 years, and they've basically perfected the formula at this point, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot in Code Vein that's leaves a lot more to be desired. Like you can see where they're trying to go, where it's trying to be anime Dark Souls, but it's just the movement isn't there. There was this other game on PlayStation 4, Lords of the Fallen, which is also like a bootleg Dark Souls. Have you ever tried that one?
No.
I remember one year they had a demo at Comic-Con even that said, if you can beat this demo, we'll give you a shirt or something, I remember getting my ass kicked up and down that demo, dude. This was before I even got into Dark Souls, though. So I kind of understood why they were trying to give out a shirt for being in the game. But it feels a lot like that, where the movement is really, really heavy. That when you hit something, it feels really good. But you just can't tell where your iframes are at. When you're rolling, when you're blocking, you don't know. The timing is different from when you're blocking. This is coming off of Sekiro where you can parry and all that shit, and the timing really matters. The blocking in Code Vein is kind of arbitrary, Sometimes I'll block, I'll eat a hit. Other times I'll block, and the hit will just go through my block and damage me, you know? So
Mm.
it's kind of interesting. In it, you have builds. I think as far as I went into the demo, there was 4 different builds, and depending on what build you equipped, that dictated what skills you can use, and then
Mm.
you can level up each build. So it's a lot less customizable, I'd say, rather than Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where you can choose which stats you want to level up specifically and make a build from there. In this one, you can level up a certain build, and maybe this other part you need more ranged weapons, so you use the ranged attack build and all that stuff. There's a magic build that you can level up that's kind of pre-made, so that might limit you a little bit. Um, and depending on what build you use, you have like this monster that comes out of you. So the cheapest part about Dark Souls, the OG one, right, when you were doing PvP, is you just had to rotate around your enemy, get to the certain point, and then when you press R1, you get that automatic backstab. You have like some experience with this, right?
Mm.
Just trying to get backstabs as fast as you can. You could do that in this game. They have not figured that out yet. That if I just kind of walk around an enemy and press the attack button, I get an automatic backstab, which is a one-hit kill. And you can do that to everybody, dude. And this little monster pops out your back, and you just kill it real quick. So that mechanic they got to fix, or at least make it a little smoother. There's these blob enemies, you know, the blob enemies that drop from the ceiling onto the floor from Dark Souls.
Mm.
They have those in this game, except when they move, they're like floating, and they just look all janky, dude. They don't like contour with the floor or anything. They're just like randomly moving and don't have any animation to them. A lot of the enemy designs don't look that great. Like I said, I hope they really take more time, take more feedback to improve and polish the game more. I'm
Is
thinking
this in beta or alpha?
this is a beta. I'll look specifically, but I'm pretty sure it was in beta. So yeah, that's a little bit worrying because alpha would mean that they have a lot more to fix.
Yeah, and beta is like just fine tuning, kind of.
Yeah, beta was for, I want to say this was for their thing too. Network test. Oh wow, this was a network test. It wasn't even a beta, dude. RIP. So this is the final game. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. I say wait for this one to be
disappointing.
wait for this one to be free. I mean, it's making the characters cool, and the game is anime as fuck. Like, I don't know, you just run around and have these big finishing moves. Every time you do a finishing move, there's a cinematic that plays. You know, every time you get a backstab, it's like a cinematic and stuff too. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think I could justify recommending you to buy it. At least, man, I wouldn't recommend you buy it because it's gonna be broken and you're not gonna like it, dude. the aesthetic is cool, and it has like this weird story, you know, where the world has ended. It's been taken over by demons, and everybody is like thirsty for these blood fruits, so they send people out to get blood fruits. During your first hunt for a blood fruit, you meet up with this gang, and you know, you join them, and they have like this change the world mentality. So that's what your motivation to fight is. And you have to wear a gas mask everywhere you go if you're out in the town, or else you'll turn into one of the monsters. It's, I don't know, it's super anime, you know, but the gameplay isn't quite there, and that worries me because they've already delayed this shit, I feel like, twice, and for them to be at this point is kind of scary. You think they'd have a lot more progress, dude, or maybe this is how they want the game to play. Maybe they want it to be all clunky and stuff, but
damn it,
who knows, man? Yeah, right now I'll give it a solid 1 out of 3. So I can't vouch for it too much.
Where did these numbers come from?
The character creator is 4 out of 4. All right, that one's 100%, dude. But I can't positively, like I said, recommend you to pick up this game yet, dude.
Damn it! I was really looking forward to this game, and then like looking at all of the pictures, at least the images, and a lot of people make some crazy cool looking characters, but I hope at very least the story is, that great.
Yeah,
So
the story looks super duper interesting. Like I said, the where I left off in the demo, I think there's a little bit more, but I just met up with this group, that wants to save or change the world or something like that. And you have your regular anime characters. There's like the heroic dude, there's the edge lord, there's the quirky like teenage girl that's helping you out. There's like Sydney from Final Fantasy 15. There's like a character exactly like her in this game, dude, who's just like the store person. So I feel like the story is great, but suffering through the gameplay might be something. Let me say this: right now, I'm playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. This is a game that's on PSP. It's like action RPG-ish and stuff. The way you play it, the dodging in Crisis Core is more satisfying than the dodging in fucking Code Vein, dude.
dang, and this is a PSP.
It's a PSP
game.
like old game. Yeah, like the dodging in Crisis Core makes more sense to me than the dodging in Code Vein so far. But other than that, it plays like exactly how a Dark Souls game plays. You get experience. I think they call it I-Core in this game from killing enemies. If an enemy kills you, you drop all your I-Core. You have to go back and pick it up. They have a mini map, which is pretty cool, and it tracks all your steps, so you can kind of see where you left off if you've went down a certain path already.
What about like if you keep going back and forth, is it going to be like super
cluttered
on your meat? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because that didn't. Although they show you all the steps you've taken, the paths you've gone already. There's at this one point, there's not really. They don't do a really good job of showing you where to go. Like the environment is really just this gray, red, like really bland colors, and everything kind of blends in together. Like there's a wall with an open hallway at the end of it, but you can't tell that there's an open hallway at the end of it because it's just all gray. Until you actually go down there and say, "Oh, I can walk down this way." So it's kind of rough. Like this is a really, really, really rough game right now. They just need but the potential is there. They polish it up, it'll be a great game. But so far, this ain't it, man. You got to text the chief and tell him this ain't it. So,
Man.
Yeah, but they got some time. I don't know. They don't have a release date for this game yet, I don't think. So, hopefully. I don't know how I can send my feedback. I would love to, because I want this game to be good. But if they want to ask me, "Oh, how was your experience playing with other people?" That was okay. But the game itself, dude, let me tell you.
What do you give it? Like A, B, C, D, E, F, or A, B, C, D, F, D?
Wait, what
am I even saying?
But I told I give it
F
a 1 out of
grade.
3, dude.
So that is basically
That's an
30%,
F. Yeah,
which
dude.
is like literally a 33%.
Yeah, so it was like an F
out of
dude.
100.
Yeah, man.
Holy guacamole!
I don't know. It's too much. Okay, fine. If I'll put it out of 10, I'll give it. I'll give it so much as a 5 out of 10 for now, man.
Damn,
because there's
still fail.
Dude, because it's cool. There's cool parts, like the story totally redeems it. Your interaction with other characters in the world totally redeems it. But I was already sick of it like halfway through, man. Just because of how.
So it became like a chore to play, basically.
Yeah. The combat isn't what I'd want it to be, and maybe that's just me too. Maybe someone else will totally play this game and love the combat, but it's just not there, dude. It's not there yet. They need to like fine tune the combat a little bit. I'll tell you, like the enemies. Some of the enemies, there's like this larger enemy, right? And his legs are just stumps, and then they painted like these toes on the stumps, dude. It looks like a PlayStation 2 game. Like that's how like I said, it's like super disappointing everywhere you look. But the story looks like it'll be worth it the more you invest in it. Some of the powers look super sick. The cinematics look cool when you do your finishing moves and backstabs and all that, but it's not worth to really play and suffer through yet, I don't think.
Damn.
That, and they give you guns, but the targeting for the guns is super broken. You know, like there's lock-on system, so you can lock onto an enemy, but I'll shoot, and if the enemy moves any which way, like the shot's only going straight, it's not tracking them, so I miss. You know what I mean? And the bullet takes a little bit to travel and hit the enemy. So yeah, it's not quite there yet, dude. That and the camera, there's some camera issues with it, dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm playing a little bit of both Sekiro and Crisis Core right now, and it definitely falls out of, if I were to pick a game to play, Sekiro, Crisis Core, or Code Vein. I put Code Vein last, man. It's not that great, but it's just a test, network test. Hopefully they have some time to fix it up. I mean, let me see if there's a release date yet for this game. I feel bad that I'm shitting on it so much, dude.
Well, I guess that's a very good network test.
2019, so no hard date, just 2019. So hopefully it's December 31st, 2019. But yeah, man. But yeah, so that was this week. What else has been going on this week, dude?
We got our PAX tickets.
We did get our PAX tickets. That was super exciting. I'm excited, man, to go back out to Seattle, dude. That was a good time last year, I think.
Heck yeah. Especially like when we were just first, like I said, I was kind of underwhelmed when we first went on to, I think it was like that area where it's just Sony, Nintendo.
Oh, the main floor.
PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I was like, is this it? Is this all of it? And then I think we made like 3 laps around the whole area. And I was like, okay, like, I guess this is all of PAX. But it turns out that was only like, I don't know, 1/3 of the whole everything. And then we've discovered that there's like a hallway and it leads to the other area. And then there's another floor where there's video games, old school video games. And then the top floor, which had all of the indie games, which was really cool. And it was like a massive floor. So I was like, okay, this is really amazing, and then especially that we had Din Tai Fung after.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about Din Tai Fung, man. That's gonna be sick, dude. Yeah, no, I can't wait to go out. And then, like Chris was saying, hopefully get a table at that game store we went to last time too. Remember there was like a 3-hour wait or something like that.
Yeah, I think we just hit it at the wrong time. But there's other times when we got there when there's like kind of empty. And don't remember what those times were. I think they might have been during PAX kind of thing.
Oh, like during the day?
Yeah, exactly. So like maybe we can hit it, I don't know, in late afternoon, or maybe at night, because I think it was packed during night.
Yeah, when we went there, I think it was nighttime already.
Exactly.
But on the bright side, we ended up getting some pretty decent tacos up there, dude.
Yeah, those are pretty good tacos.
But yeah, no, super excited. Like I said, if we see any of those Ahigao t-shirts up there, dude, I might have to cop, man. If someone is like brave enough to sell those, I'm brave enough to buy it from you.
Oh, we need to go to Anime Expo then, my friend.
I'm cool on that, dude.
You're gonna buy all of them.
But no, PAX was super fun last year, man. Did a lot of stuff. I think we'll enjoy it more now that we've, had a taste of the Dungeons and Dragons life too, dude. You have your mini now. I still need to get mine, dude. You can get some crazy dice up there. That'll be good times.
Dude, hell yeah. I don't know, man. The dice you gave me, that's pretty sentimental. So I'm probably going to keep using that dice. But what hit me, though, was the time when we saw, what was that game? The Messenger on the big screen. And then we're like, that's an awesome game. And then like when we got back to the hotel, we like both downloaded it. And I was like, see, that's what like conventions should be about. You like see a game you like and you're like, oh, okay, it's out. And then you go back and you buy it and, you can enjoy it playing the game while being at the convention, So I hope there's going to be like more kind of games like that,
Yeah, for sure. More room too. Cause there were definitely times when, you and I kind of just like caught a seat somewhere and we're just playing Switch or something, right? I mean, They had those beanbag rooms, but those are totally full up with people. Like by the time we were trying to check it out,
Yeah.
So more rooms like that. I know I spent a lot of time playing fucking Neo Geo, you know, in one of the random rooms. We played that mech game real quick, dude. And that was super
Yeah.
fun, man. So I want to do more things like that, you know, like the old school stuff too, not just seeing all of the new stuff. But yeah, no, super excited. Was a little worried there because it was in the middle of the day when Rick texted me that the tickets went on sale, dude.
Oh,
Definitely
dude.
at work.
Yeah,
when I
let
had to
me
pick
tell
those up.
you, I was I think when I took my lunch, and I was like thinking, should I go home or should I just stay near this laptop? Because I have a feeling that if tickets go on sale, I'm going to be at a bad, situation where I don't have a laptop. So I was
Mhm.
like, you know what? Tickets might not go on sale until later, maybe till tomorrow, like on payday or something. So I decided to go home. And then when I was driving home in the middle of traffic, I see a notification saying, oh, yeah, ticket or badges are now available. And I was like, oh my God. So I was texting everybody, like, oh, badges are on sale, badges are on sale, start queuing up. And then, I was like looking at my phone. So I got home, I was looking at my phone, waiting. This time I was at my computer. I said, you know what? I got a lot of time. I got like 25 plus minutes of my lunch
Mhm.
still available, and I can just, get it if it's at my computer. But right when it like hit like the time when I was supposed to go back, I like get into the car and I start getting onto the freeway. And then on my phone, I get into the ticket. And I was like, oh, are you serious? And then there's a timer. It says you have 8 minutes to buy the
Yeah.
tickets.
Yeah.
And I said, this is some bullshit. So, like, I was like trying to calculate in my head. I was like, okay, so it takes me roughly about 11 minutes for me to get from my place to work if I'm speeding, but I'm not going to make it in time. So I have to buy the tickets now, And then I was like texting back and forth between the group, between you. And I was like, man, how many tickets? I can get up to maybe 4 because 6 tickets is a lot,
Mhm.
There's like, what, $55 per
Per
day
day. Yeah.
times 2 because we're going 2 days, so that's like $110. So times that by 6, that's already 650, whatever amount of. It was a lot of money. So I said, you know what, I can only get 4 at the very max. And then
Yeah.
I was like thinking, man, I hope other people can get in because there's like only there's like 10 of us that wants to go this year instead
Yeah.
of 5 that we went last year. And then so that's when you texted me and you're like, yeah, I'm in. I got in. And I was like, oh, nice. Can you get a ticket? And then Crystal at the same time texted me. He's like, yeah, she got in. I was like, perfect. Now we have multiple people. So when I get to work, after I already bought the tickets at this point, but I
Mhm.
got to work and then I was like reading the text. And then Crystal says, oh, it kicked me out, so I have to be back in the queue again. And I was like, no. And then but then Kat was like, oh, I got in. How many, should she buy? And she bought, the group, half of the group, I think 4 tickets. So I was
Mhm.
like, okay, now we have a perfect 10, amount of tickets, and good thing that we were all able to get in because I
Yeah.
was worried, like there's last year, I don't remember. I think it sold out faster. But this year, it seemed like Friday and Monday was still available, especially when I got home from work.
Mhm.
I was like, I guess we didn't really have to stress too much, but still,
Yeah.
we were able to get the days that we really wanted.
Yeah. Maybe because everybody is working and we were just desperate enough to try and buy these tickets while during work.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it should be a good time, man. I know I feel bad, kind of. Well, yeah, I still kind of feel bad for hyping up PSX for everybody. Remember, we went 1 year. I think we went 2016
I
the
feel
first
real
time.
bad.
And
Yeah,
then we returned in 2017, and it wasn't as great as the
it
year
was
before.
not the same.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think it was they made it bigger, but it was the same amount of booths.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that I guess that felt a little more empty in my mind. And then
Mm-hmm.
the conference, I was like, oh god, because last 2016 conference was pure videos,
Yeah.
no talking,
Mm-hmm.
But they just completely reversed it.
Dude, they
So
did the
everyone was
opposite.
like
Yeah.
taking a nap in
It was all talking.
yeah. Oh, and then yeah, so I was like, oh man, I kind of, yeah, I did feel bad.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think this one will disappoint. I think this one's just kind of like the perfect balance between old games and new games and merch and collectibles and all that stuff, man. So no, should be good. Should be good. I'm excited, dude.
Yeah,
Kind of crazy thinking about it. We were at PAX last year. All the games I was excited about, they're out already, dude.
exactly.
So that's wild.
And you beat him probably.
No, no, I haven't. I totally haven't bought them yet, dude, because of the backlog, man. One of them is the game where every boss it's like Dark Souls, but every boss you beat, you get weaker. The other one was this game, Ashen, that I haven't played yet.
That's the co-op one.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one that's only on I think only on Discord or only on Epic, something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, no, it's wild. All those games that I really liked last year are out already. So hopefully we see more games there this year that'll come out by the time like we get home. Like you said, we can just go straight from the conference, get the hype up, and then play it at home already. That'd be good times, man.
Yep.
But yeah, no, PAX. The hype is real. Comic-Con is in like 2 days too, man. So shit, we're gonna be everywhere.
God.
Oh no, it's really in 2 days is E3, man. E3 is kicking off next weekend, man.
Yeah. I was like looking at articles, and then I was like reading the comments, a bunch of memes, and they're like, damn, ever since I went that one time, they won't stop notifying me. I was like thinking, yeah, dude, we're all in the same boat kind of thing. It's like, really? Because I don't know. I guess they're not selling the same amount of tickets as the first time they open, or they're expecting a lot of people, but I don't know.
I
No.
think what we're seeing is what is it? It's like everybody that has a booth or anything at E3, they have to pay, right, for the booth space.
Yeah.
Since PlayStation isn't going to be there, that's a lot of money that's not being paid to the people, the ESA or whatever they're called, the people that throw E3, right? So I think now they're missing a lot of money that they would usually be making. They're trying to make it back by inviting more people to go.
Damn.
So I think that's why we're seeing all the invites, dude. But what an impact! What an impact that is for, Sony not to show up to E3 and to see what happens because of it.
That's
dude.
what I was wondering. I was like, is Nintendo gonna be pulling the same thing?
Yeah.
They get so big, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna have our own Nintendo Direct convention once a year, kind of thing.
Because think about it too. This week, I guess we can get into it now. We saw the Death Stranding trailer come out this week, man. They're probably not going to do anything at E3 because they're a PlayStation game. The new Modern Warfare trailer came out too, or like a little teaser about it came out too. That's not really going to have a showing.
That's pretty. That one looks pretty good.
You're excited for it, dude?
Yeah, I'm
fucking me too, man.
I was like, this is what the essence was,
dude. The Modern Warfare story. The first one was great, and the second one was kind of over the top, but still kind of good. The third one just was all over the place. Didn't make sense, dude. But this one like kind of brings it back. I'm down, dude. I'm kind of down, man, for this espionage, special forces action, man.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, Death Stranding and Modern Warfare, those are two games that are really like tied into PlayStation, right? Like all of the Call of Duty games have like an exclusive deal. Like everything comes out first on PlayStation. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they're showcased over E3 weekend. E3, all eyes are on video games. So for them not to do anything over the weekend is gonna be kind of crazy. I'm hoping Sony just says, "Oh, hey guys, surprise! We're doing a fucking what is it, like a Sony Direct this weekend?" Just to like steal the show a little bit. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. That Death Stranding trailer, though, what do you think, dude?
I guess I can see where they're all. I don't know. Like before, it was super vague about what the game was, and then now. How when I was watching it, you were explaining, some theories about it. And I was like, oh yeah, it kind of makes more sense about the time travel kind of thing, and if they're connected from the past to the future, and that's why maybe we're seeing these invisible things. And I don't know. Either way, I'm like, I was like still expecting like a Metal Gear Solid kind of, I don't know, something more grounded, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I guess we're gonna start seeing the inside of Kojima's mind, how his mind works.
No, I'm still saying we're gonna get into some kind of mech in this game for sure, dude.
It's gonna be Metal Gear or Gear Metal.
Gear Metal, because you saw at one point in the trailer, there's just like this giant smoke monster foot that just lands on the ground. I think we're totally gonna fight that in a mech. That's gonna be like the climax of the fucking game, dude.
Death Gear
great,
Solid.
Man. Yeah, dude. Stranding Solid, dude.
And then I was reading the comments, so they're all like making fun of the ladder part.
Oh yeah.
A weapon more stronger than Metal Gear. This ladder, it's weightless.
I mean, the gameplay looks pretty solid though. They're using the same engine from Horizon Zero Dawn. I think that team handed it over to Kojima, and he was able to use it. But holy shit, dude, this game looks way better than Horizon, I think, so far. Just all the environments. There was one part where he was like climbing in the snow or something in a mountain, and you could just see all the snow going around his feet when he was climbing up. That part looked kind of sick to me. The combat looks all right, dude, when he's punching people and picking up their briefcases and hitting them with it, man.
Oh, that one was pretty cool. Yeah.
I want to just ride that motorcycle throughout the whole entire fucking game, dude. That's what it's got to be successful. Now, you played Metal Gear 5, right?
No, I did not actually.
Oh, okay.
I bought it. It's still in my backlog.
No, same. I think I bought it for like $20. It ended up being free on PlayStation Plus, so I gave it back.
I think you deleted it.
So I ended up giving it back to GameStop, dude, for like $10. So I'm at a loss on Metal Gear 5. But I think for this game to be successful, it just has to be huge open world, one where it takes an hour to go from one place to another. That's the way I see it being successful, man. Just that world filled with Kojima stuff would be great. Maybe the monsters in it, the one that are like invisible and take you away, maybe those are like the limits to the game, like you can't stay out in the open world too long or else they'll find you, or like certain places are just overrun with them, so that's why you can't go into certain places. But yeah, I think it just has to be a huge open world for it to be successful, and then just a sandbox for Kojima to throw his story into and build his sandcastles. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on in this game, dude. No idea at all.
Me neither. It's about something about babies fighting World War One.
Yeah, because then there's a time where he gets taken by these little smoke monsters, and all of a sudden he's in World War One, and he's hiding behind tanks, and he's actually shooting people. It's all over the place, dude. But I bet you that's what's gonna make it so great. Is a year from now, everyone is gonna understand what it means. That's why this game's gonna be so great, because we're all gonna know. Oh, dude, I remember that. That's what it means now. We're all gonna understand Kojima's brain, dude, get into his mind and shit.
What if it was actually connected to Metal Gear Solid stuff?
That would be crazy, dude. That would be crazy.
That was a premise. I don't know.
And that's why, oh man, you gotta finish Sekiro, dude, so we can talk about this, man. Because
yeah, dude, I totally
that game is crazy too, like the connections with other games. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. Oh, the trailer that released showed the release date. It's coming out November 9th, 2019. So shit, it's coming out this year already, man.
Are you gonna pick it up?
I don't think so. Not at first, man. I still gotta tackle the backlog. This whole weekend I've been playing Crisis Core, just to try and beat it. And it's funny, in Final Fantasy VII, you kind of know once Cloud gets his story straight about what happened in the past, right? You can kind of see what happens in Nibelheim, how Sephiroth goes crazy, and how Zack saves you,
Yeah.
And I think it's an optional scene. I think after Cloud finds out his true past, what really happened in the past, I think if you go back to Nibelheim and you go in the basement, then you have another flashback about how Zack dies and all that. And it's simple. I mean, it seems simple that Zack saves Cloud from Nibelheim, is trying to take him back to Midgar. They get caught by Shinra, and Zack just gets killed by some Shinra troops, right?
Yeah.
Super spoiler alerts, by the way. Holy shit! I guess we got to do that now for Final Fantasy VII. But in Crisis Core, dude, they go on a fucking road trip. They go to Zack's hometown. They go like fucking everywhere after
See, that's what I
Zack
was
saves
wondering.
Cloud, dude.
What about how does he like not know about Aerith and Zack?
How does Cloud not know about them?
Yeah, like weren't they together, Aerith and Zack?
Kind of, yeah. But you know, Aerith is weird, dude. You know what I mean? So I think it's just easy for her because they never say it outright in this game. They never say like, "Oh, hey, you know, we're boyfriend girlfriend." You know what I mean? They're just like hanging out a lot together, and Zack is trying to help her get the courage to sell her flowers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But another thing about, but yeah, I don't think Zack ever mentions Aerith to Cloud.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, there is no interaction.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, but Cloud is just—he's not even in Soldier. He's just a random Shinra infantry dude that like looks up to
Yeah.
Zack and had been on a couple missions. It's kind of funny. There's this one mission where you have to sneak in. They suggest that you not fight the guards that are patrolling the area. They suggest you sneak in, right? And Cloud's with you on this mission. It's like the first time he reveals himself. He like takes off his helmet and he's like, hey Zack, I think you should do this, and he's like telling his superior how to sneak into this base. And I'm like, all right, Cloud, chill out, dude. I'm in Soldier, man. Chill out.
Yeah, chill out, Private.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man, it's so far so good. One thing that kind of bugs me about this game, and I guess it's like the same thing with anime, is so I don't know how to explain it, dude. Throughout battle, there's like this slot machine that's playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to use a summon or to use any kind of special attacks, you have to get like 3 pictures in a row in this slot machine to work, right?
Mm.
And if it ever pops up that you get 2 of the same picture, it takes up the whole screen because it's like, oh, you're about to get 3 in a row, guy. Check this out. And the last one will just be spinning, right? Now, depending on what character the picture is, like what kind of guarantees that you'll get a third one is if a little cutscene plays from a previous experience you've had with the character, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you can get like 3 Sephiroth faces, and that's what lets you use Octo Slash or something. And a cutscene will play where Sephiroth shows you like how to do the technique or something, right? So I'm like, oh, cool, man! I can't wait till I get to that part in the game where you know Zack and Sephiroth are like one-on-one talking. That never happens in the game, dude. They just have those cutscenes just for the slot machine, dude. It's so frustrating, man. Because although in the game as Zack, you hang out with Aerith a bunch. You know, there's like specific missions where you help her build like a flower cart to sell flowers, or you know, some kid in the slums steals your money and you and Aerith try to find out, you know, who the kid is that stole your wallet. Like there's interactions between Zack and Aerith like that. But there's like little one, because Aerith is a face that you can have in that slot machine too. And it'll show like there's a cutscene in the slot machine where Aerith is like, oh hey Zack, your hair is funny. And it's just like little interactions like, you couldn't have this in the game, you just have this in the slot machine. Come on guys, what are you doing, dude? And there's a bunch of things like that. There's other characters like Sang from the Turks. He's another face that you can find in there, and they're like him and Zack still, they have like a business relationship, you know, but the more missions they do together, they kind of get closer to a point where it's like, you know, after Cloud kills Sephiroth and all that stuff, and Zack and Cloud are trying to escape Nibelheim, there's like emails saying, you know, Sang is digging too deep into this Nibelheim thing. Why is he looking for Zack so hard? You know what I mean? Like he's actually on your team looking for you. But they don't show like little friendship interactions that they have when they do in the slot machine. So it's kind of weird, man. Keep all your story in the story. Don't just throw it into some random battles, dude. Come on, game. But no, overall that game is great, dude. I can't wait to finish it. But there's a lot of stuff that happens between Nibelheim and going back to Midgar. And the whole reason, dude, again, random, the whole reason that, because you're asking yourself, okay, you escaped Shinra in Nibelheim. Why would you go to a place where Shinra is just like they own Midgar basically, right? Like that's their headquarters. If you're running away from them, why would you go to their home base, right?
Close to your enemies kind of mentality.
No, dude. Fucking simp ass Zack is just trying to get back to Aerith, dude. Like they're in
Oh,
Zack's hometown, right? They're in
yeah.
Gongaga or whatever the place is called. And Zack is there. You know, Cloud is slumped over because he's all in his unconscious state. And Cloud and Zack's like, you know what, Cloud? I think I gotta go save my girlfriend. That's why they go to fucking Midgar, dude. And that's where Zack ends up getting shot down, man. So crazy, dude. I did run into Tifa in the game, which is great, dude. Tifa's always fun to see in a video game, man. If you remember in the Nibelheim sequence, she's wearing like her little cowboy outfit, so that's great. She has her like fucking cowboy hat on and stuff, so that's good times. But yeah, dude, I need to finish this game, man, so I can move on and get it off my backlog.
Yep, I need to play that game too. I was gonna ask, did you watch that one anime OVA for Final Fantasy VII?
I did not, but I've seen it though. That one has Zack in it too, right?
Yeah, like kind of like glimpse of Zack, Sephiroth, and then there's like one scene at the end where Zack gets shot, and he was like
Uh,
protecting Cloud.
oh, okay, okay, yeah, it's probably like the very end of Crisis Core. But yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
see that because I've seen that. Have you seen all the Final Fantasy 15 animes, man?
No.
That was kind of weird how they did that too, right? Because they did the Kingsglaive, that 3D movie, which
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, I
great.
did. Yeah,
And then they had like other like 3 or 4 like actual animated anime too, right? I think that
yeah.
was like concentrated on the characters. I thought Kingsglaive was tight, dude, and that actually got me really hyped for 15. And then I remember asking you, "Oh man, is 15 like Kingsglaive?" And you're like, "Nah, not really." I was like, "Oh man, all right, never mind then." Because that was so sick when they were in the two like airships that were flying, and the guy's like, "Oh no, I got to jump to the other ship." Just threw his little dagger across the way, caught it, and then landed on the other ship, dude. That was pretty
Dude,
sick.
that's how it was supposed to be in one of like the gameplay I saw in the trailers.
Hmm.
In 15, like the whole building is shaking and then he like throws his sword across to, like escape. And I was like, man, they omitted a lot of those scenes,
Hmm.
It's just I don't know why they changed and removed a lot of it. So that's why I was like, okay, it's different. The game is completely different from what they were previously showing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sucks, man. Sucks they changed it, dude. They lost a lot
Yeah.
of goodwill, I think, from Square Enix, dude, by doing that. Um, but yeah, got to get this one out of my backlog so I could play the regular Final Fantasy VII and then start playing the rest of my games, man. Because the backlog's fucking deep, dude. I still have Witcher 3 Horizons on there.
Dude,
Uh,
speaking of Witcher 3, this weekend we spent it was me and Eric. We were
mhm.
trying to get the Geralt armor from Witcher
Oh,
on Monster Hunter, and I think we started like at 2 p.m. and we weren't having like too much luck because we were trying to use our palicos to plunge the piece that you need.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so we're like, okay, maybe it's not possible to even get that rare piece. So we were dying a lot by Ancient Legend, and then I think that's when Russ hopped on. And Jesus, man, Russ he made a really strong support build. Basically, your health barely goes down
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get hit a lot. But me and Eric were like at the point where we were getting the attack patterns down to the point where we were getting closer and closer to actually killing it. And then Rush joins, and still the same. We were getting close to killing it, but then Eric had to log off, and then Scott came on, and then we got even further closer to killing it. And then Scott logged off, and then that's when Eric hopped back on, and Crystal. And now we were like almost super really close to killing the Ancient Legend. and he is really difficult, like
Mm-hmm.
completely difficult. So like, do you remember how he summons those Jagras?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he has like that AoE attack, a bunch of those AoE attacks that with the vines and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to, I think it's the fourth phase, so there's like 3 phases, and then you get to the last phase, you will kind of non-stop summoning those Jagras. And if you don't kill the other Jagras, you have like what, maybe 6 or 7 Jagras coming at a time.
Wait, he summons more? I thought he
Yeah,
doesn't summon more than 3.
He keeps summoning a lot at a time,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time, while you're trying to kill these things, he's doing his AOE ground things, and they're like kind of one-shotting everybody. So the stronger the crows are, the more basically his attacks become. So in order to get rid of the crows, you have to use the Igni, the fire, to get rid of them. But in the last phase, you have to use Igni like a grip more times in order to get rid of his crows, to weaken his attack, to make him stop calling the Jagras, so that way we can catch a breath, kill the Jagras. And dude, we didn't kill the Ancient Leshen until like 10 p.m. at night.
What, dude?
Yeah. So
Holy
we
shit.
were there playing. We started at 2, and then me and Russ were like playing all the entire day, just trying to, rotating other people out, and we're trying to kill this thing. And to the point where we got his attack pattern down, like almost to the T. We already know what kind of animation he's going to do, or what kind of attack he's going to do based on his hands. So, but when we got, like, last night before we were about to finish him off, he summons more Jagras. And then at that point, I was like out of potions and whatnot. So I went back to get some, and came back, and then we were down to less than 5 minutes on the timer, and we were like, we're pretty tired, we're exhausted, we're like, we couldn't, it felt like we weren't gonna win. So we were just hacking away. He keeps summoning more Jagras. We didn't care anymore about killing the Jagras. We were just flashing the Jagras while we were just hacking away at him. Russ is pretty good at healing the entire team, but I guess I don't know what kind of algorithm there is, but basically he was caught in a hold more times than we ever been caught. So
we have to burn like the vines or the roots with the Igni. Okay.
You can block it, but it's just so tricky because it comes up like so quiet, and then it like grabs you. But there's one like round, he got caught in the vines like 10 times in a row, like consistently in a row, just nonstop. Like as soon as we burned the vines, he was caught, and then we had to flash the Leshen in order to get him out, and then he was caught, and then we had to flash him again. So it was funny. But basically at the end, he got caught again, and then we're like, oh crap, our healer's kind of down. So like I burned the vines, and then dude, all of us were just hacking away to the point where it was like down to the last minute, and then we finally killed him. And then we thought we died. One of us died, and then we were like, did we win? Is it over? And then we like we couldn't comprehend the words, because it said mission complete. But in our minds, we were so used to seeing like disband party because we died kind of thing. So we're like trying to read it and comprehend it. And then after 5 seconds later, we're like, oh crap, we won! We finally won! So finally, I was able to get my Geralt armor from Witcher for Monster Hunter, because I'm not gonna ever take that off now.
Yeah,
so,
the layered armor.
Yeah,
nice,
yeah,
dude.
And then, dude, I don't know what happened, but from the time before going into fighting the Ancient Leshen, we were like pretty scrubs. To the point where we actually beat it, dude, we felt so confident. Like today, I was like, I don't know, I was on autopilot fighting Lunastra, and he was so easy, man. I was like, just, oh god, dude, I was dodging everything, and I wasn't even paying attention. I was like looking at my phone, and I was like, dude, I don't know what it is, but I guess the Ancient Leshen like trained us pretty well. And then so yeah, Russ was like saying, he's like, yeah, dude, Ancient Leshen was the hardest boss you've ever fought versus Extreme Behemoth. So we still have to fight Extreme Behemoth. I think that's our next goal, is to get that layered Dragoon armor. So whenever you're down, man. But yeah, oh god, I gotta show you the video. Russ posted the video of our last 10 minutes, and you can just hear the fear in our voices, the tiredness, to the point where like no one's really talking, like, god, we were so exhausted.
Yeah.
Dude, we're about to wipe again. And then we were down to, oh my god, it was funny too, because like, the title screen, or after you guys beat like a boss, it shows you kind of like the 4 stats of what each person did. Dude, Russ filled the board completely. And we were like seeing things we never seen before. It was like Stealth Hunter or something like that.
What the fuck? Yeah.
And Item Addict was 117 items used.
Holy shit, dude.
I was like, god damn, dude. Dude, we're seeing a lot of titles we've never seen. But yeah, let me show you the video after this. It was pretty intense.
That's fucking funny, man. Fucking Monster Hunter, dude. Well, when's the new stuff come out? In September, right?
Yeah, September. Dude. And I am ready. I already have like fire weapons ready. And
oh, that's fucking smart, dude, because it's gonna take place in the ice place, dude. Oh,
hell
shit, man.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I got proficient with the greatsword now, man. I'm like, I know how to hit and run kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the sword and shield. Oh god. So yeah, I need to, I don't know, make a sword and shield build. I'm still using the Geralt's default build kind of thing. So I'm already sweating thinking about it. I think I have like mini traumas right now.
Yeah, I haven't played in forever, man. I think the last time I played was not the most recent cool, but the one before that. Yeah, was that us that was playing that one? Where it was just the 4 of us and we beat it?
Dude, that was the Arc Temper Cove. And it was like me, you.
It was Arc Tempered?
Russ. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And Anthony.
Damn, dude. Okay, yeah. Because I remember I got a sick like longsword from that too, dude.
Dude, yeah, like how was it Anthony or was it Dustin? But anyways, we wiped it so fast.
Yeah, dude, we whooped his ass. I remember after the first one we died, like at the second form. Like we got to the second room after the little maze, and we just got annihilated. But I think we fought it like 2 or 3 more times after that, and we were just owning it up.
We
like,
just nailed the shit out of it. Yeah,
I think we remembered what it was like to fight him. So we're like, oh shit, and just did up our normal routines of jumping off the walls and riding him and stuff like that, dude. Oh,
dude,
man. Yeah,
we did not talk about your quick draw stuff that you're gonna be getting.
Oh, I know, dude.
Man,
it looks so
that
good,
looks
man.
Amazing.
Yeah, the longsword stuff looks awesome in the new. Was it Iceborne?
Iceborne, I think. Yeah,
but dude. I wonder if it's gonna be super easy to mount monsters now, because you saw how you could just like put a grappling hook on the monster's face and just pull yourself towards the monster's face really quick. That seems kind of broken in OP. Hopefully they have like a limit to that or something.
Exactly. Like maybe you can only do it once every 10 minutes kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that way you can't like abuse the shit out of it.
Next thing you know, there's going to be a monster that just has like spikes all over his face, dude. If we do it, we hurt ourselves, man.
Dude, we're going to, I don't know, we're going to be calling ourselves Levi at that point.
Shit,
messing his spikes up.
Oh my god. Man, I might be anime and go what's it called, the dual blades again, man.
Shit, damn. Yeah,
just do the Levi attacks, dude. But yeah, no, Monster Hunter, always a good time. That was my game of the year, 2018, man. Good thing it's still holding up. What else is going on? Oh, Modern Warfare, we kind of skipped over that, but dude, I'm totally down to fucking play that game, man. Just the story too.
Dude, yeah, we need to play that co-op. Do you remember that one mission where I forgot, it was like a bunch of little shacks everywhere, and then we had to fight those juggernauts?
Oh yeah, dude.
And then we were like hopping in and out of the window to revive each other.
Because the juggernaut had to walk around to the door. Yeah, I remember that, dude. Those are the spec ops, I think, in Modern Warfare 2. I think that was in Those are the Spec Ops, man. But yeah, I could never get that because I think because we had the grenade launchers, right? And
Yeah.
if you got a headshot with the grenade launcher, it was like a one-hit kill, you know. But I never knew how to land that. And you and Anthony were like pros at landing that headshot, dude. I also remember the one where someone's in the plane and another person is walking on the ground, and the person in the plane has to protect the person on the ground. That mission is great, dude.
Yeah.
That mission
yeah.
is fun. They need to put those back, dude. Of course, they're gonna have like zombies or something like that, but those little scenarios were super fun, man.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I'm unusually hyped for Modern Warfare, dude.
Same here.
But we'll see what they got at E3. Again, PlayStation's not going to be there, so it's going to be interesting how they show their game without the PlayStation press conference. But yeah, E3 is next weekend, man. I think a week from today is going to be the Square Enix, dude, where Square Enix is going to show off more Final Fantasy VII, I hope, man.
Heck yeah, it's gonna be 2025.
Release
it's gonna be
date,
amazing.
no. See, and that's the part that kills me too. You're telling me that Hideo Kojima put together a game faster than a bunch of people at Square Enix? Fuck no, dude. That's impossible, man. Get the fuck out of here. Because Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced 2015. Death Stranding was revealed 2016, man. And that game's already coming out in November. Dude. Like Final Fantasy VII Part 1 has to come out this year, dude. I'm thinking.
I don't know, like that, I'm just basing it off of their Final Fantasy 15. You know, like when they released 13, it took them forever, and then 14 after that, and there's supposed to be 13 verses, and that was like literally 10, 12 years later. You know, and then I think every 2 or a couple years, they'll release a trailer saying, "Oh, this is the gameplay," and we're thinking, "Oh, you know, it's getting closer to being done," you know, and then all of a sudden, it just goes quiet for a while, and then that's when they decided to turn it into Final Fantasy 15, but still, that took forever to come out, and then they still released it in episodes after the initial game, so. Yeah, it might be a while. Look at that. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, you know, that took a while too.
So with me, man, I'm not too concerned. I'm like 80% positive that the first part of Final Fantasy VII is going to come out this year. The part I'm the most worried about is when the other parts are coming out. Because they compare it a lot. Like Square Enix will compare it a lot to Final Fantasy 13, where there was Final Fantasy 13 Part 2 and Part 3, right? Didn't that have 2 sequels? Or just had one sequel?
It had 2. Yeah, 2. X2 and then Lightning Returns or something like that.
There you go. And those games came out like once every other year or something, right?
Yeah, those actually came out pretty fast.
Oh, they did come out pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not that worried then. Because that's what I was worried about. I was worried we'll get Part 1, and then it'll be like 6 years later we'll get Part 2, dude. Like, that would be the worst, bro. That would be the worst.
The main game will take till 2025, but everything after that will be really fast. Because when they released 15, it was a huge game. But then they released an episode, I don't know, a couple months later, and then another episode, I think, the same year. So they were releasing a bunch of episodes really fast. So, yep, I think it's going to be a while.
Wait, 5 years though? No way, dude. They got to come out with something.
Of course, Final Fantasy 14.
Playable demo. Next week, dude. It's going to be amazing.
14. They're going to come out with 14 again. The new Lion Blade gun. The gun blade.
Shit, dude. That actually looks sick. Man, I'm kind of mad I don't play Final Fantasy 14 anymore. And I'm kind of having a boycott since they partnered with Papa John's, dude. Who does that, man? Who does that?
But, yeah, my cousin was explaining to me about the new DLC coming out. And at first I was like, yeah, you know, it sounds the same. But then he was explaining that the jobs, the combat is kind of changing. The battle system is all kind of changing. So it's not like your typical rotations that you normally accustomed to. It's like kind of do whatever you want. You generate for tanks. You generate your aggro, your enmity, much better with your attacks than just flashing with one skill
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. So there, he was saying like all these other types of classes, they're all like getting more different types of attacks. Like healers are getting attacks and buffs, and the class systems are changing. And it's not like where you just need one tank, two DPS, one healer kind of thing. It's like you can actually mix and match a bunch of tanks or whatever you want. So that had me interested because I was like starting to think, will it become similar to like City of Heroes, where you don't have to have a certain class in your group in order to continue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can actually just do whatever you want and assemble a team.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like hoping that's going to be the case, because then you don't have that pressure like, oh my god, I need to tank this, when in reality you can have 3 or 4 tanks all doing the same mission. So I will see. I might actually pick it up and just check it out and see how the gunblade works too. But in reality, the new attacks looks pretty sick. I don't know if you've seen that trailer in our Discord, but check out some of the the characters. Like the ninja, he gets like a shadow clone kind of thing now. I think they changed a bit of the samurai, and they added stuff to every single class. So yeah, that trailer has a lot of things change.
See, I'm Black Mage till the day I die, man. But I'll tell you, dude, PvPing with the samurai was super fun, man. I remember that's all I did after a while, because I think it was just, you know why? Because it was the fastest way to level, was to do this PvP mode. And that's how I got to 70 with samurai, was doing PvP. And dude, super fun, man. Super fun. I kind of miss samurai.
Yeah.
But it sucks hearing, because Black Mage and Samurai are the two classes that I really played. I hate it when like I'll go somewhere and they go, "Oh yeah, Samurai is the easiest melee class to play," and I'm like, "Man, it doesn't seem that easy, dude."
Well, they changed a lot for all the characters.
Yeah,
like
I'll have to check it out.
Because I was saying like the monk completely changed now too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, check out that trailer.
I will have to do that. So I guess you got anything else, man? We're nearing the end here.
Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. We forgot about Pokemon Sleep, dude. So not only will we be able to level up Pokemon, get candy by walking them, we'll be able to do that shit by fucking just going to sleep too, dude. I'm about to be a Pokemon master, man.
Dude, that's all. Like, how is this gonna work? How does it monitor? Does it like listen to my sounds of my snoring, or?
If that's the case, dude, yeah, I'm winning. But yeah, no, it's insane. They did a whole like press conference. Was it a Nintendo Direct just for Pokemon or something?
It was like their own thing, Pokemon conference or something like that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, part of the stuff they announced was Pokemon Go Plus Plus, which is a new like wrist thing, right? Like a new like little indicator where you can get the stops and things like that from. And I think with that new piece of hardware, that's what can track your sleep. And they didn't say specifically how, but they did confirm that you'll be able to train your Pokemon in your sleep now. So that's crazy, dude. I have no idea.
My Pokemon's gonna be level 70 or 100.
Yeah, I have no idea how that would even work, dude. Is it like the amount of time you sleep? Is the amount of time you spend moving in your sleep, dude? Or I have no idea how that's gonna work, dude.
Then again, I go to bed pretty late and I wake up early, so maybe.
Because another thing they revealed too is they're gonna have this, what is it, Pokemon Home, right? Where it's just like a central hub where you can trade your Pokemon off of a website, basically. I think that'll be cool. Makes it super accessible, and you could organize everything on your PC rather than on what is it, your phone or the game itself. So I think that's cool. That was websites like that were super useful when we played Destiny 2. You know, if we had things on a different character, we could just do it on there, or just in case we don't have time to trade something when we're face to face with the person, we could just trade it on the website. So I think that'll be cool. That'll be its own thing.
I get nervous now because like there's a lot of people that spent, I don't know, thousands of hours in their previous Pokemon games, and they're gonna bring these 100% IV perfect Pokemon trained from level 1 to 100 without rare candy kind of thing, and yeah, we're gonna be facing these guys.
No, yeah, see, because from the picture I saw, I think it's just like Pokemon Go to Pokemon Go, or the Switch game, Let's Go Eevee to Pokemon Go, and then
And
all
the
the
3DS games.
yeah, and the 3DS games. But the 3DS games are only between the 3DS games. Like you can't trade really from the 3DS games to Pokemon Go. At least that's what I interpreted from the screenshot I saw. It's like this little graphic, and it had like the arrows pointing to where your Pokemon can go and shit like that. So hopefully that's not the case, because you're right, dude. We'll have some fucking OP people out there, man. That'd be crazy.
Yep. Fighting an all shiny team.
Yeah, yeah. They also said they're working on a bunch of movies. They saw how great Let's Go or Detective Pikachu did in theaters. So they're just gonna fucking sell out and have a bunch of movies that come out just like that. The 3D version of the first Pokemon movie came out, I think, in Japan. It hasn't come out here yet, but I think that was pretty successful too. So they're just gonna ball out and make more movies, dude. I think the movie they announced was like Mew versus Mewtwo or something like that. So we'll see, man. I don't know. Pokemon has just been dominating ever since we were in 5th grade, dude. Maybe they had some downtime during like Ruby Red or something like that, because I never really played those, but now it just seems like they can do no wrong, right?
Exactly. And I was thinking that like when we all started growing out of that kind of phase, and we were like going on to middle school, high school kind of stuff, and I was thinking maybe at that time, you know, we're focused on the internet, and you know, it was starting to grow and become as big as it is, and then later, now we're at this age where like we're starting to revert back to all of our old types of memories and things we had fun with, and so now we have this Pokemon fan base that not only grew with other people, but it's starting to pull back in our generation kind of thing. So it's like, I don't know, they're gonna rule the world. They're just like put these little tiny seeds in everybody, and you know, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grow up and do something else, and then you come back and like they're already like a Bulbasaur.
Yeah, no, Detective Pikachu is gonna become real, dude. That's gonna happen for sure.
Yep, they're gonna open up more stores, I think, in Japan.
Yes, dude, and it's gonna be this summer too. So hopefully, when I go there, I can check it out, man. That'd be good times, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember where the Pokemon Center was, the first one. I think it might be in Sunshine City, which is Ikebukuro.
Okay,
We're near that, so. And it's literally sunshine over there.
Damn,
it's pretty cool.
Totally thought you were saying Sunshine City, like that's a town in one of the Pokemon games, dude. But that's really in Japan.
No,
dude.
that's in Japan, dude.
That's fucking funny, dude. The TV show is still on, right? The cartoon, the anime.
It is, but
dude, they need to just have they just need to have Ash win already, dude. Just have him win an Elite Four or something, please. Just he's suffered long enough, dude.
Exactly. Put him out of his misery.
Yeah, man. Have a fucking like Great Ninja throw a ninja star at Pikachu and have Ash jump in front of it, dude. Just end his misery, man.
And then he becomes a Pokemon master, and we end the story right there.
Man, but yeah, Pokemon, dude. Yeah, they really can do no wrong, dude. Man, I was gonna ask you about something else too. Oh, how was Godzilla?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Did you watch it yet?
No.
So I'm not gonna spoil it, but there's a lot of monsters fighting each other.
Okay. And is anybody else on Godzilla's team besides the humans, or is it just Godzilla versus everybody else?
Are you gonna watch it?
Probably later.
Yeah, so it's basically the humans on Godzilla's side
Uh,
versus the monsters, but then Mothra kind of is on Godzilla's side.
okay, okay, that's good to know, man. So my dream game, right, is the Gundam game. You know, where you are in a ship, you're part of a crew, and then random battles in that game are, oh shit, someone's attacking us, get in your Gundam and fight, right? That's like my dream game, you know.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like I saw this thread on Reddit where someone was like, man, I watched Godzilla, I want to play a game where like I'm a human during like a Godzilla or giant monster attack, is there any games like that? And I realized, holy shit, that sounds amazing, dude, where I'm not the main character, I have nothing to do except survive in a world that's falling apart.
Yeah.
And I did a search, and of course there is a game that's like that, only in fucking Japan, dude.
See, we got to figure out how to translate all of their stuff.
And it's Ultraman. It's like Ultraman fighting.
Dude, I love Ultraman.
He's fighting some monster in Tokyo, and you play this guy that's like just trying to live and survive during this happening. I forgot what it's called. I'll have to look for it. But man, my dream game is out there. I just have to learn Japanese, dude.
Dude, I haven't checked it out, but there's an Ultraman series that just came out this year, May, and it's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely have to check that out still.
Yeah, yes. I'm still waiting for Neon Genesis Evangelion to come on Netflix. They announced it a long time ago, but I haven't seen it on there yet. I have to look at that back at that announcement, dude. But it's scary though, man. You see, we were always talking about how computers are learning about us, and soon Amazon is gonna buy our groceries for us, because they know what we want before we want it. But I get that fucking text message, dude, or that email every Friday. Hey, Brent, you might like this on Netflix. And I look and I'm like, son of a bitch, I do want to watch that movie, dude.
Exactly.
They get me with that every time. I'm just waiting for that email for Neon Genesis Evangelion, man, for that anime. Dude. Oh yeah, I do want to watch that.
The Amazon is getting pretty good at like recommending my stuff. Like, of course it's gonna like recommend from what I looked at, but there's times when it actually enticed me to like buy something stuff. Yeah. And then I think there's like one time like I saw the ad on a different website, and I was like, you know what, Amazon, I know what you're doing. So I click it, and then I was like, you know what, I do want this. So I ended up buying it. So they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're getting better, at least. They're getting better.
That's fucking funny, man. So yeah, Pokemon, Death Stranding. So yeah, we're getting to the end of this, dude. And E3 is next week, man. I just want your craziest prediction for E3, dude. Any like new dream game you want, man, or what you think the craziest thing is gonna happen at E3?
It's gonna be all VR. I'm telling you.
Really?
It's all gonna be VR. Yeah, they're gonna work on. Did you hear that they worked on the Nintendo Labo for the Super Smash Bros?
Yeah.
And I heard like people were kind of getting dizzy and kind of getting sick, and I was like, oh, okay, that's gonna be the future. We're just gonna play video games in VR. If they can get sick, then let's push it further.
I heard about that. Now, was that a leak or is that an official like there's gonna be a VR mode?
Well, I don't know. I think they said they're testing it or playing it, so I don't know.
Okay. Dude, my craziest prediction, man. I think Halo is gonna be on PlayStation 4, dude.
Really?
I think it's gonna be cross-console, man.
Remaster kind of thing.
No, Halo Infinite. I think they're gonna put that on PlayStation 4, dude.
Didn't they say Xbox and Nintendo are partnering up?
Yeah. So it'll be all three consoles. It'll be on the Switch. It'll be on Windows, dude. It'll be on Xbox and PlayStation 4, dude.
So, do you think Xbox is gonna win the next generation consoles?
We'll see, because they haven't really showed off their specs as much as Sony has. They haven't showed those sweet loading times, dude. That Sony has. But yeah, of course I think they're gonna reveal their specs for their next gen stuff in this E3. But yeah, it'll just all depend on what they show. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really weird. without Sony.
I
this
think
year.
I have an idea what it's gonna be.
Really?
It's gonna be all voice generated. So they're gonna be like, "Oh, Xbox, turn on. Oh, order my pizza. Oh, load this game.
Oh, I
into
don't know,
thing.
dude. I don't
Turn
know.
on this. Turn the volume down." Okay. Yeah. So I think it's probably
They
gonna
tried to
they're
do that
gonna-
with the Xbox One, and it didn't work.
exactly.
Remember? But you think
they
it's gonna work this
probably
time?
advance it. Yeah. Yeah. They advanced it to where it's now like integrated with Siri and Alexa or something. So
You know what? That's true though. Maybe coming out with the Xbox One was too ambitious. Like it was too ahead of its time. But now that people are more accepting to just having a hub for all their entertainment system, or maybe this isn't the year. Maybe it's like 5 years from now when people will be more accepting of technology like this.
Yep.
Because I was watching this video about how basically the PSP is exactly what the Switch is now. There used to be the original PSP, not the Vita, but the original PSP had like a dock that you could use, and you could play it off your TV and things like that too. You could play all your PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games off of it, but just people weren't ready for it, or maybe it was too expensive at the time. The technology wasn't that great at the time. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe Microsoft is just ahead of the game, dude.
Yep. Damn, thinking about that, Sony is pretty like a pioneer, because it's like I remember the PS1, and then all of a sudden they have the PS1 where you can bring it into your car.
And it had its own screen. Yeah.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they had the PSP, but then it's like they didn't integrate it well where you can communicate between your console and all that. So like Switch was like, you know what? Let's take all of their ideas and make it our own. So
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Yeah, man. So we'll see. Plus, what I really think is going on is all these traditional consoles, man, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. I think they're all coming together, dude, just so they can get Amazon and Google the fuck out of here, man. They're like, oh,
Damn.
you guys want us to try to start making video games too? Suck a dick, dude. It's our game, I feel like they're gonna team up. They're gonna create the Justice League of video games, just so
Just a League of Consoles.
yeah, dude, against the Legion of Doom, dude. The fucking
Elite's PC of Doom.
yeah, the Amazon fucking Google streaming video game shit. They're like, nah, fuck you guys, man. We run video games. I feel like that's what's gonna happen now. It's not gonna be the consoles wars anymore, dude. It's gonna be the streaming versus physical wars, dude. It's gonna be crazy,
And then
man.
Dude, you're gonna combine all three consoles in one and transform them into an ultimate console.
That would be crazy, man. That would be insane, dude.
Oh my god!
And that's why I think, dude, that Sony's not having a press conference this year because Xbox is going to give them some time during their press conference. They're like, hey guys, we recently made friends with Sony. Here's some of their games. It's going to be insane, dude. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be crazy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, dude. That's what's happening out here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. No, it's going to be an exciting week, dude. This is going to be a long week. Just waiting for E3 to pop off. I think the first conferences are on Friday. And then the actual E3 doesn't start until, like, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. It's fucking June, man. Holy shit.
What are you talking about? It's July.
It's fucking June already, dude. I remember when it barely turned 2019.
Yep.
Fuck, we're getting old, dude. We're out here.
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's it for us this week. We will catch you guys next week. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom.
If you want to be a Pokemon master, don't be Ash Ketchum.
All right, guys.